you all for braving the rain and flooding and everything else to come out tonight. Appreciate you here. And let's get started. So first thing on the agenda will be the minutes. So we need to have the approval of the minutes for the November meeting, and those are attached to the agenda. And we have Becky and Susan that are going to be doing that.
Looks good to me.
Okay, so a motion to approve minutes. And so the minutes are approved as printed. We have two people that can volunteer to approve minutes at the January agenda meeting.
Becky.
Becky and Helen.
You want Lori to do it? I was just going to say I'll try to remember that I said I would do it.
And Ms. Gonzalez, thank you for being here. Ms. Gonzalez is here tonight so that in case we needed any interpretation, I asked her to come. And appreciate you coming tonight. Thank you. And also representing the teachers too. Okay. So I have nothing big to report at this moment. Tell anything for your report?
I talked to the manager at Panda Express about a dine out fundraiser, and we just have to go online and schedule it. They will email him, and then he will confirm it, and then we email it back. So we just need to figure out when we want to do that. I was thinking sometime in January because we don't have anything else scheduled so far in January, but we can look at the calendar thing.
Okay, so when we get down to new business, let's bring that back up to new business and see. Yeah. All right.
Other than that, I don't.
Okay.
Thank you, Tricia Anderson, for organizing all the teacher lunches for Conference Week. Went very well, and all the teachers enjoyed it.
I actually had that in your old business too. I added it in for thanking you and you, Chantel, for giving us that one extra day too. We appreciate the teachers really appreciated everything that you did, Tricia. Yes, it was wonderful. Nice job. Thank you so much. Okay, so Daniel, anything from teachers?
Our tax status is still pending. Everything's been submitted that's been requested. I don't have any new updates on that. And taxes have been filed for the previous, for last year. We're in the works for that. Do you want me to go over the McDonald's, the money, the report? Because I don't see another spot on that.
Sure.
Our McDonald's fundraiser was very successful. We made $932 at that fundraiser, so thank you all teachers and families who came and supported that. That's more than last year. Well, it's about the same.
We had less expense this year.
We had less, yeah, there was more, yeah. I think we were maybe off by $100, about the same, so. That's about the only new income that's come in. So everything's the same on that. Anybody have any questions?
We have box talk checks coming in too, right?
Yeah.
I haven't received any.
Come in yet.
Okay.
It's supposed to be.
Actually coming.
Yeah, and actually it was on the bill, that's the one that got me to not to be there, so I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Okay, let's move on to old business. Seas Candy fundraiser. So we got in over 50 orders today. And so I have Lori looking at some of them, and I put the other ones in a bag inside the desk, inside a locked desk in the office. Plan is that tomorrow I'm going to come on over and start working on getting that out with the idea that we have the order into Seas by Friday. So that and they told me that they would have a pretty quick turnaround. So we should be able to get those ready. But what I think I need is I need a committee to help when they do come in so that we can get them sorted and get out to the kids. So they need to help me with that.
I'll come in and help.
Okay.
So I know Kelly said she would help
Kelly will help with
with
that
that.
too.
And Maria Philmont.
Maria probably will.
Is that after school or during the daytime, do you think?
We can do it whatever time people can do it.
Well, if it's after I get off, it's
Okay.
better.
Because I can talk to you depending, time of day.
Yeah, so as soon as I get an idea from C's when they'll have them shipped into us, and we'll
Figure out the time.
figure out a day and time and get those ready to go so we can get them out to the families before break.
Are you gonna provide bags for individual orders?
I think there's bags in the PTC closet, but
Are they C's bags? But you should probably get more.
they would come with the order.
Yeah.
They would come with the
So they
order.
come with the order. and it's-
But we might
We could
also
clarify
donate
that.
those bags.
Yeah, I'll
You
clarify
clarify with
that.
the order.
Okay, family movie night is this Friday. We're going to be showing Elf. We have the movie.
Yep.
We have, Mark, are you going to be able to be there to help get it going? Or
I have it on my schedule. My schedule's free.
Super, all right.
To get up the.
So all we need to make sure that we have is the DVD player that plays it has a digital audio out. In other words, that fiber optic cable.
So do you want the movie ahead of time so you can test Sam, make sure it works?
I don't know what we did last year in terms of what DVD player we played it out. That's, I think, the bigger question.
I think that could have been Armando's that he brought.
Right, that's my point, is I need to figure out, if that's the case, then
So we need a DVD for you. Is there one at school?
there are DVD players. I just thought that you had something that was brought in last year.
Yeah, I think Armando brought it in.
If that was the case, I'll look and see if there's a DVI output on one of our DVD players here, and then we'll go from there. If not, then I can figure out. I've seen one of you might have one.
What did you guys use in that surprise retirement? Is that DVD player that you guys use?
It was just a projector running through the audio inputs, and the problem with the audio inputs, if it's running copper wire, there's a buzz that happens. But fiber optic has. Armando got it because he's an engineer kind of guy, and he got it because it doesn't have any of that buzz.
We
That's
bought
what we
that
want.
cable. Do you have that cable?
Absolutely have that
Okay.
cable. It's pre-wired into the wall now. Me and Willie over summer break, we went and we put it actually running on the runners up there, so we don't have to worry
Oh,
about
okay.
getting around the current.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you have one this one?
I have Sarah's phone number.
Can you maybe remember the one that says DVD player?
Well, let me see what I have here
Okay.
first. I mean, it's not that hard to find typically. If it means like we have one on site here that we use specifically for it, I just didn't know that what we did last time.
I can text Sarah and ask her what we did last night, and then like she'd email let you know.
Yeah, see
And
if
we
it-
may not have borrowed his, I don't know. You think we did? Because he was all tech guru on that, had that going, so I don't really know.
It's not really that tough to get it.
No,
DVI
it's
out
not.
on the DVD player, so I can find it.
Okay, you've got plenty of water. Plenty of water. We got pizza that we're gonna order. Do we figure out how many?
Right.
Pizza from Pastor Pizza?
Yes.
Lots of pizza. How many do you think we should get?
I think we could do Little Caesars because it's cheaper. It's $5 versus $11.99.
That's true. We could too.
Not that I don't want to go, I'm just, it's a lot.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me.
What are you selling pizza for?
You have to call,
Family movie
Very-
night.
very-
I know, but how much money?
$1.
Just call them ahead of time, you can
Oh,
put order in.
Oh,
yeah.
There's one on.
We're gonna keep everything $1.
I know, it's up to you, I mean, I don't care
Keep it
if we go either way,
easy.
but it's a little bit.
Yeah.
is there,
Yeah.
are we trying to make money?
Well,
We're
a
trying to
little
get
bit,
some.
yes, yeah.
Okay.
We haven't made too much this year.
If the pizza costs $12, then you get what, 10 slices?
You get, I think when we ordered for school, we were 16 pieces or something.
I'm not sure.
I would-
I'm not sure.
I don't think
You could probably, you'll still
Roughly.
make, you'll probably still make $3 or $4 off of the plaster pizza one, but you're right, the cost is a lot different when you get the ones over at, when you get what you pay for, so it's just,
Right.
it's totally up, it's up to you, I don't care, I don't think the kids care.
But you could ask them if they,
Double.
I like pizza pretty much.
Yeah.
just thought, whatever you want to do.
Who's gonna run over and pick them all up?
I will let you.
I mean,
Yeah, they'll go down to 11 on for us here, and I know that That's still not a good, that's not a good price point.
We got them for $30 last year.
Oh. Well, I don't know.
I could
I don't know the answer.
I was gonna say, we could talk
When I was in there, they said 11.99 per month.
No, that's 11.
I'll ask them call them. Because she gave them a mic for a different price. That's why that was a little high. But, all right, we'll see.
Okay, so how many do you want to get?
I don't know. I hate to order too much and have a bunch.
Right.
So, is there 16 slices on a pizza?
Well,
Well, yeah.
cluster
Pizza.
And we can, Little Caesars could cut it that way too.
they just be smaller. Double slice pizza would be smaller for a Little Caesars.
So if we go,
Well, you know, what we do is we just order and then, you know, we start selling it for $1 and then if we still have enough left over, we do 2 slices for $1. We feel like we're getting a deal and we clear it out.
so let's go 5 pieces, that's 80 slices. I mean, you get 80 slices of pizza for $1. That's $8 minus.
You guys, do you know how much you had last time?
We didn't do pizza last year. Sarah didn't want to mess with pizza. It was just too much of a hassle. So we did popcorn, candy. And I did go one
We
year.
have done it before.
Yeah, but it was
like
the
combo
year before.
meal.
It was the year
Purchase
before, we didn't do it
ahead
last
and all that
year.
kind of stuff.
I don't know what they did. I don't know even know what kind of pizza they got, if it was Foster Pizza or if it was
I
Little
don't think it
Caesars.
was,
Plaza wasn't
yeah,
there.
Plaza Pizza wasn't there.
It might have been Pizza Guys. I'm not sure.
Or New York Pizza. I don't remember. But, okay, so you do like 5 cheeses and 5 pepperonis?
Well, that's.
What about 3 cheese, 3 pepperoni?
Yeah, let's go 3 cheese, 3 pepperoni.
Yeah, and then if you still out, we can always go one year.
Yeah, that'd be about 100 slices. Maybe close to 100 slices.
I'll pre-order 3 cheese.
Does Danielle like to talk to us?
For less?
Right.
No.
Give it a work it.
That was the last
We
thing.
figure it out. We try.
So,
I don't know if you know. I was not in the equation.
Yeah,
On that.
for the,
Yeah, I had a relationship that I wasn't a part of that deal at all, so I.
right, no, yeah, I mean, I know it was under 10 for sure.
Are you calling? Do you want me to pick her up? Or?
Well, I'll try to figure out if we can, yeah, we'll figure out something with
Bottom line is, if I explain the, let's say the point of the price point, of we're gonna be selling them $1 a slice, she'll tell us, you're not gonna make enough money to break even here. And then we'll go the route, I'll communicate to you, we're gonna go with Little Caesars on that.
Okay, okay,
Is that okay if we just go that route?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine,
Because we're not gonna eat money on something.
Yeah.
yeah.
She can lower the price point?
And if she can't, that's totally fine too, I
Yeah,
just,
it's fair to give her an opportunity. to do
Well,
it.
I know she's got like a party of 500 that she's working with on Friday night too. So they were a little bit, at first,
Sure.
they thought we would need somebody to deliver them. And I said, no, we'll come pick them up. And they went, oh, in that case, we're okay. But they have a big event going on Friday night
Okay.
too.
okay.
So Becky, I'll put you in the loop on the email as well. We'll just meet Danielle and you to try to work this
Okay,
through and make
and
sure.
you and I can pick them up or whatever,
Okay.
that's fine too.
All right, and then do we find a popcorn machine?
I don't know, probably, I'm assuming it's back there. So
I
take a
thought it
look.
was in August.
Yeah, so what we're taking, do we have?
It was a public.
Yeah.
And there's tote bags. I think there's even popcorn, but double check that. But there's 2 cans of unopened hot chocolate. So you don't even have to buy any.
It is for,
Or you're not? Okay.
I'm
Just doing water.
Okay.
you know,
Well, there's hot chocolate if it's, you decide.
So do you think there's popcorn right there?
I am not confident that there's popcorn, but there's, I know there's bags, and the machine should be in there, and the cocoa's in there, but I want to think there is popcorn, but not confident.
Do you want me to look right now?
And then the can,
Do you want me to go check?
yeah, if you can find it.
Okay.
Which one?
Becky's in the check.
Oh.
And then the candy,
There was no kind of,
We didn't.
it was, talks about,
We discussed like the Brady pack of candy, but we didn't discuss where and what yet.
and I believe Sarah bought enough candy that was good for what we didn't use. We put in the freezer, and our freezer used for the spring movie time, just
Right.
frozen.
Oddly enough, we still have those popsicles.
Oh, from the beginning of school? Oh, we could sell
At
some
the end of
those.
last, that was the end of last year, no?
No, that was the
No,
beginning of
no, no.
August, yeah.
There you go. Yeah,
That was quite a
we
few
still,
left.
yeah, these 2 boxes in the freezer.
50 cents, put them out the door.
Yeah.
Totally.
Clearance.
Yeah, no, we should, we could put them in the freezer in the kitchen, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, well, that's an idea, popsicles too.
Okay, popsicle.
So the orange candy.
Are those the Otter Pop?
No, they're
They're
those
icy.
icy
Popsicles
things
we
that
had
I bought.
The reveal of the teacher list.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, those were the ones that like squeezed out.
Uh-huh.
So we should, yeah, we could probably get a little bit of candy, red vines.
Yeah.
Do you have any Otter Pops still on it?
No, I don't believe so.
Is there anything in the freezer? I'm just asking. I have no idea. Might be a good idea to just
Becky
clear
would
it out.
know, Becky would know about the Otter Pop, because she was in charge of doing it.
If
after.
there might be a little bit left over from last year, yeah. There could, I think there might be a little bit. There's not much. I've been in there since
Somebody has a Costco membership.
I do now.
I
The
understand
district
what's in
court.
Costco.
I understand. I don't have either one.
So should we just go to Sam's and get it?
Yeah, I
Boxes
understand.
and variety.
You went? Okay.
Okay, so who's doing it?
You can also say- should we- Okay. So should we set the family movie now? Jamba Juice, that's on Monday.
Monday.
So, and we got-
And the NPR, we'll see how it goes. May not be too much, and if it, seems to be okay and decent, then they'll come back out, once in January if we wanted to. They're not gonna bring 200 Jamba Juices in December. So, well, we got to what we got. If it sells out, awesome. If not, then we know we need to wait till March.
$3 price point,
Yeah, same thing.
okay. One size, $3.
It's posted on the RCSD website as well as the Pittsburgh Families Facebook page.
we got somebody said that, I noticed in Friday for the tour, it was going to be very now.
No, it's going out on Friday. It's already ready.
Well, excellent. All
It
right.
didn't already go out. Jen, I already emailed Jen before Thanksgiving break.
Okay, super. Okay, walk to school day, how'd that go today, Mr. Buckley?
According to Yvonne Woosley, who works with the Roseville, city of Roseville, she said we had about 26 come out, which is amazing for a rainy day. But that's how many, even, there might be a small percentage of
There's
that
26,
that just got scanned in today because
26. That's all?
it was raining.
I know. I spent my whole life walking to school, rain or shine.
I know.
Come on, people.
I know, but again, it was raining and still 26. That's my perspective.
I like
Glass
that.
half full kind of guy. I
Yes,
guess,
you
huh?
are. I mean,
But my point is, I expected a smattering of 5. Just saying, raining the way it was, I did not expect much. So I was actually impressed with hearing that. Beyond that, we put out with what's going on with this program. They have a grant, and the grant helps. They give me prizes to give away to kids. Like last time, I was giving out prizes of all kinds of different cool erasers and things. I was going class to class, giving every classroom somebody. And what was going on is, so it started creating a little momentum, and some of the kids are going, oh, I want a prize, I want to sign up for this. Well, what happened after, as a result of that, is, they gave me some more prizes for this one, and this one has like Skate Town gift card, Regal Cinema gift card, all 3 passes, and like the Aquatic Center pass and Showing Pool passes, things like that. So we have good prizes for the kids to participate, and I'm putting anybody who walks since the beginning all the way up until now to get them. Hopefully not get a lot of repeats. James, got one,
Yeah, well,
and both Paul and Lewis got one over here because their grandma signed them up. just by going on and I'm giving it to a person, not a number, because I can't give it to a number because the numbers don't really attach to the kids. So yeah, Steve got one. So there's that. And then what's part of their grant process though is that we need to get data to them. What I mean by that is I sent out a couple push out via the newsletter as well as an email burst to everybody to take a quick survey. And so far for our school site, after me pushing 2 different ways, not one parent, because parents have been one, not one parent has taken the survey. So if there's a chance that you could try to promote that a little bit, because it's the only reason why we want the parents to take the survey is because their grant, in order to keep doing this at schools, is contingent upon seeing pre-data of how many kids are walking to school and the opinions of the parents in the community. And then the data at the end of the program, at the end of the year, they'll get another survey out to you, basically the same kind of questions. And they'll try to look for a progression of growth in the health and the well-being of the kids, in the, their perception of all the different things that go on at school to benefit their health. And so
how does this survey go out?
I pushed it out via email in both English and Spanish. I used the school messenger to push it out, and then I also pushed it out with in our newsletter.
When did the newsletter go out?
The newsletter went out last week. Like, at the end of, before we went on break.
He said it was through a school messenger. I need to look it up.
Yeah.
Well,
Did anybody get that? Because down here, 2 people that didn't get the newsletter. Did anybody get the
I
newsletter?
don't get the email.
I crossed the newsletter, but I haven't got it. Sorry.
I didn't,
It's okay.
I hadn't.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we get
I got
it.
it, the 24th.
Okay. 24th? Okay.
so if we have no responses, then that'll look good when you get to the end of the year and you go out, so it goes from 0 all the way up to.
I don't know if that would mean 0. That would just mean, yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, that sure makes sense to me. But I think they just want to have a little bit more buy-in. So I can try pushing that out again, and if you don't mind, just kind of putting it in word of mouth to people. Hey, you taking that
Yeah,
survey?
because we never saw any, well, one, we didn't see a newsletter, and 2, we never saw a survey.
Yeah, I push it out 2 different times, but I don't want to keep badgering people too, because it's not really a school survey that benefits us directly, and so I don't want to badger people on things like that. But we need a little bit of data going their way to sustain the program. That's all. It's a good program. I mean, I don't know if you've had positive experiences with it, but the point is, I'm hearing from families. I think Jesse just checked in Landon this morning. Boom, he zapped used his phone to check him in, and then he immediately got the email saying, oh, he's arrived at school in time. So it's a really great thing. Yeah, it's right there. Behind the camera.
Becky, did you find anything?
There were bags, there's only 3 things of popcorn, I don't know how much one thing of popcorn makes, so.
Probably need some more popcorn. That's
Smart.
going crazy.
I don't know how many of those things they use in there.
But if we have a box, then, we can use it for next event.
Right, and that's what it was just a box, it's just the end of it there, so.
There's only
And is it expired? Did you notice that?
It shouldn't be, I just bought a box at the family.
Are you just saying to pop it as we go? So one of the experiences, again, I've done with school kind of stuff like this, I've learned from one time doing that perspective as a celebration one time, and it makes a little bit of labor where you have to constantly be turning over that popcorn. If you get the gargantuan bag, those Smart and Final, they also have the big gargantuan pre-popped, and you mix it with it as you're going. You pour a little bit in, and then the new pop stuff, and you mix it around with it. Number one, it cools it off so kids can eat it faster. And then the second thing is, it just makes it so you don't have to just constantly be popping like crazy. So,
That's an idea.
just suggestion, a lot of people that do large scale, that's where they go, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, this is good. So let's get the bag, get the big bag of Smart and Final, buy another box that we have for the next event, and we'll do that too. And then just mix it together and it should be good.
Becky, do you know if there's any otter pops in there?
It's like, I don't have a choice. They only wanted the money.
They were, they were top,
You're the one
and I
that
was
has the
card.
the only one
Shopping
who
on
would go.
Friday.
After they moved the freezer, I have no idea what was next.
You know, some popcorn,
There was an end of the year.
whether you're or that's common.
Well, I've never gotten
Yeah.
that, so.
Well, it
How
was
much,
hijacked,
how much?
$19.99, I can't.
$19 on it?
So you have to go get another car.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, because it never came.
Use my name, huh?
No, I know it's your card because the card number's on there, and I called them today and said it was your name, your card.
Alright. What was that? Okay.
PayPal.
All
I'm
right.
working on that.
So I'll have to go and.
Yes. So even if you did get it,
Yeah, I never got it, so. And Nick, you want to tell us about box tops, how that's
I
going?
don't have anything to return.
Alright. And then Tupperware sales, I talked to St. Thompson the other day on the phone, and she did better than she anticipated, and our share is going to be just a little bit less than $200.
Really?
Yeah, so as soon as she, there's a little glitch in the new system of the way that they pay it out to the school, so once that glitch gets done, she'll get it to us as soon as she can. And so I told her, thank you, and there's no hurry, just as soon as you can get it, it'll be great. And then we got Sandy Circuit coming up on the 11th.
Next Thursday, yeah.
Next Thursday. So what I've done, because I know that you and Mark and Christy met and you signed a contract with Sandy, what I've done is I've sent a letter to the student council asking them to partner with us in order to fund the cost of Sandy Circuit. And so they won't meet until the 16th. And so, which is actually good because then they'll have seen what Sandy Circuit's like.
Right.
And ideally, you know, they'll think that it's something that they want to be involved in and partnering with us. If they choose not to partner with us, then what we'll do is we'll figure out some other way to make up those missing funds. But it's my hope that they will, you know, choose to do it. And
If not, I'd like to know,
well,
to see where they're going with the funds that they have, since they have
well,
funded them,
they have funds,
you know,
but
how our children are gonna benefit from that.
right. But the thing is that we didn't technically include them in the discussions of how we were going to how you know starting it out right away. So if we would have brought them in right from the start and then said, you know, hey, is this something that you guys would be interested in doing? You know, then we could go that way. But since
Mr. Barber here for the conversation?
well, I had the conversation, but he wasn't here at that meeting when we talked about it. Yeah. And so you know, my point is, you know, we can't just kind of, you know, go after the kids and say, hey, you got to do this because it's good for the school. It's got to be something that they want to buy into. And if we would have, you know, if in retrospect, because we pushed the situation through as quickly as we did, was going to get it going, you know, it would have been better if we would have brought it up and had a member of the student council present saying, this is something that we want you to think about. You know, this is, you know, we'd like to do this, but we're going to need your help too, and what you're buying too. So, you know, the plan is, you know, hopefully they'll see that as something that's a really good thing for all the kids in the school, the kids will benefit. And if they don't, then what we'll do is we'll figure out another way to make sure that we fund it. So that's
I
what
think
we're
once
doing.
they see what's going on, they're gonna agree to
Yeah,
it.
they'll see what we're doing for them.
I agree, and I just want to, you know, say that I appreciate that approach because the truth is nobody wants to feel like decisions have been made already for them, kind of like revisiting some of the feelings of last year. We want to make sure that we're bringing people into the fold, asking their opinion, feedback, and then allowing them to walk beside us through the decision-making process as opposed to making the decision and then saying, by the way, we need you to be a part of this as well because you have purse strings. Just not the way we do things.
Right.
So we're going to be conscientious of that. We're going to be thoughtful of that and tactful. And by the way, that we're just going to, you know, go ahead and we know that we have it paid for at least halfway through our funds. And then if we get to a point where we feel comfortable saying, and I plan on talking to PTC through this process, or excuse me, not PTC, that's you, but talking to the student council through this process and saying, hey, what do you think about coming alongside and supporting? Then they'll have a little bit more of a perspective and an understanding of what it is that they're supporting. I think we do, but they weren't in that loop before. So,
That's why we had him come and do the presentation.
yep.
Okay, so, let's move on. Any other old business you want to pass? Let's move on to new business. Family dance, we're scheduling it for February 6th?
I think it was February 5th.
February 6th.
6th, okay. And so I think it would probably be prudent for us to form a committee so that, we have, so that we would be going on it in January when we get back and get it all planned out.
I had spoken to Holly Cantor at the Fall Family Festival, and then again at another function that we had. And she's on board to be on the committee. She has all the decorations. She said she's ready to go. She's got a ton of sock hop decorations and all that kind of stuff. So with what she did with the cake walk, I know it's going to be fabulous. She was ready, willing, and able to be a part of that. And I told her that she should be the chairperson, and she said, okay. So I think we have a chairperson.
What's the date on that?
February 6th.
6th.
Is that
I'm texting her right now.
Yeah. I had talked to her twice about it, so.
Yeah, and no, she's in, I just want to give her the date and make sure it's,
Yeah.
Not
I don't remember giving her the date. Do you remember giving her the date?
I don't recall.
Yeah.
okay, so we've got Holly, we've got Chantel, this one be.
And what time will that be?
I think we scheduled for 6:30 to open the doors, 6:30 to 8.
And that's February 8th again? I'm sorry.
February
6th.
6th.
Friday, February 6th, 6:30 to 8.
Okay, so anybody else taking part of that committee?
I should be able to have her in that. I don't know what school dance looks like, but Holly will know.
It'll be our first one here, so.
Well, it could look like whatever we want it to look like.
Exactly.
We can set
It was a lot of
precedents.
fun. Construction paper wraps.
Oh, boy.
Construction paper what?
Helen wants to be a chaperone.
Oh,
You know, it's,
Well, it's a family
It's a
day.
family.
I'm messing around. She's saying the chaperone. I'm just messing around.
Because everybody always wants to see their kids at their first dance, so now they get to.
Okay, next thing on the agenda I have is clarifying the procedure for the teacher's request for reimbursements. That was because we did get another request in, and so we need a chance to get that clarified
With the teacher. So, and then clarify with the teacher, then I'm going to be clarifying it with all teachers, just kind of like procedure. This is what we're doing. Part of it is meeting up with our office staff, because these are district procedures that really what we're talking about here. It's that we will need to implement a don't use PTC procedure or policy, because we have this is what the policy and procedure is for the district. It's just the problem is when you come in last year learning what's going on to the point where it wasn't really a hot button because it just was what it was.
Yeah.
And now it's one where we're trying to get our status back. We can't be doing this. It puts us in a liability side of things. And so it also looks really poorly when we get an audit on our side too. So we do have procedures. Now it's trying to make sure we have all the papers in order and lined up so I can go through that procedure with staff. And so I'm going to do it online with them via email, lay it out, and then at the next staff meeting I'm going to go through it. There's too much of the staff meeting. It's already over.
Understood. All right. Then we had ringing the bell for Santa. So we still haven't heard from Salvation Army as far as dates and everything.
On Friday, I talked to John Morrow. He's going to work with his staff to get in contact with us as soon as possible. Still haven't heard though, and that was last Friday.
So possibly because if we're going to get kids involved, so maybe we can just get back last year we did 2 to 4 days. We were switching to 1 weekend this year,
Yeah.
and it would have to be 6, 7, to the 14th and the 21st. Ideally, the 21st, I think is fine, time to get
Sure.
kids signed up for
A little tough because of not being in school necessarily, but still it's worthwhile.
Yeah, well, if we get the date, then it gives us 2 weeks to get the kids signed up.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, and then you had the idea for the family night out fundraiser
Yes,
with
so Panda Express, and I know that Chick-fil-A, when I was talking to them about the teacher lunches, Chick-fil-A also said that they would love to do a fundraiser night for us. I haven't scheduled either one of them yet. Talked to the manager at Panda today, and he said to just go online and send a request on what day you want to schedule it, and then they send it to him, he approves it, and then they let us know that
Is
they're
that
approved.
20%?
20%, but you have to bring the flyer in, and so everybody has to make sure that they bring the flyer in so that we can calculate that 20% on that order.
Can you sit there with me?
Like literally, could you stand at the door with flyers, give them to people as they come in?
He didn't say we couldn't, but.
I mean, like just our students or something?
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Right.
Yeah, we just got,
Come on, shameless.
No, we want everybody walks through that door.
And I know that Chick-fil-A in previous times, they don't have flyers. There's times when they do have a flyer and then there's times when they don't. So I think it's just what we negotiate. So I'll double check with them and see which way.
That's kind of in our area right there. It's this little, parents.
and, right,
Yeah,
so,
it's Panda right here. And
I ran into Ben Laban just now at dinner, the guy who's the general manager over at that Chick-fil-A. That one would be interesting. I mean, I don't know how quick turnaround on that, but I'm working with Eddie Ullman over at the Roseville Galleria. He supposedly has notched one of these days, either 17th, 18th, or 19th of December for, and again, he asked to solidify. He hasn't got back to me on for sure which one of those days it is, for the skating rink, to have a fundraiser for families to come out when they pay for their to go on the ice skating rink there, and a percentage comes back to the school. He's one of the Roseville Foundation guys, so it's probably going to be at least 20% going on. So there's that, and I was just thinking of, like you think of like a family night out kind of concept, working with that in conjunction with Chick-fil-A because it's in the same vicinity. And so I didn't even know that you already had it for the door at Chick-fil-A. So maybe if that, serendipity of you ran into Ben and Ben gave him my card to give right to Chris, you've already dealt with.
Yeah.
And so maybe we can get something going on quicker with them for that purpose of, if anyone gets back to me as soon as possible, it's this kind of thing that's it's in nowhere's land right now.
And that's the 16th, 17th, or 18th of December?
It would be 17th, 18th, or 19th of the days that I gave him. My first choice would be just 19th being the last one on that Friday. Go out with your family, go get Chick-fil-A, and then go skating.
Oh, that'd be kind of, you know what, also, maybe, like, this is later on, but maybe in April when baseball starts, we can do last Tuesday's family night out. And maybe there's over 2 days span.
Right.
I could schedule that with Leslie,
Okay.
like in April,
Yeah.
sometime after spring break for baseball season.
okay, so do we have, let's get a motion to pursue family night out fundraisers. We have a motion to pursue scheduling. So, do I have a motion? So there's a motion to second, okay. Discussion? Let's take a vote. All those in favor of pursuing family night fundraisers, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so let's see if we can get something in conjunction in December with Chick-fil-A.
Okay, so
Chick-fil-A December.
We'll work with
he's
Dale.
getting back to you on what day he's gonna do it?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll talk with Chick-fil-A and see, if any of those days are good, so that when we know if we have a skating rink tonight, that we can schedule a particular night.
Cool.
Then let's try to schedule, Patton is in January.
Okay.
Let's try to schedule
Pizza,
pizza in
April.
April.
What are we doing with the funds we're raising? Do we have a goal?
So the funds they're going into the general fund to take care of that.
Okay.
So, everything that we're raising is going directly back into the budget to go back to the kids.
Okay, but we don't have a goal in mind, we're not,
I don't think so, because we depleted quite a bit for that donation for the school, for the Chromebooks. So, I mean, we could.
So it's kind of what you're asking, besides the money that goes into the revolving budget, which is,
Yeah.
classrooms to teachers, buying supplies, beyond that, anything that's on top of the surplus, is there a goal in mind for it? And I don't think that we've quantified if there is going
Not a
to
new
be
one.
that surplus there.
okay.
What we're trying to do now is make enough money to cover what the budget is.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if we do get a number in there, if there is any number, then that's when this meeting does evolve into trying to make those decisions. And that's when, of course, I would pull teachers, I would try to get information from our different, site council and our ELAC, and bring that information in to try to advise us on what the best decision would be for that. And that's where the computer situation came through last year, was being really smart, well-advised decision on all parties, not just in here, but outside and all those other venues people were in support of. So I'd love to be able to cross that bridge. Let's cross it.
Yeah.
Cool, and then,
We don't have a fundraiser for you, so it's kind of hard.
yeah, that's.
Kind of what-
We don't have a status to do fundraising.
Yeah.
We have to be able to do.
So it's whatever we can come up with.
Oh, we don't? We're not supposed to do C's?
Well, we can use these, because
We're doing it, we're using the school's tax ID number for now. So that's how we're getting, bypassing and still doing the fundraising that we need to do to fund our budget. But in order to really robustly do it, we need our tax status back to get a committee to really go out there and pursue fundraising for the PTC on behalf of. So that's why it's important for us to get our tax status back as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know we were using the schools.
and that was on behalf of Mark Levin.
I know, but I think there's.
It's a fine line.
It is. It's probably really fine line.
It's a fine line, but we had to do it. We didn't have any other choice.
Supposedly waiting for IRS to get
I
back.
know, but I don't necessarily think the IRS man.
Yeah, seriously.
Because we're not bringing in thousands.
Yeah.
I know, I mean, I understand what we're doing and why we're doing it, but I think that we're kind of already got our, we got more than a hand slap, losing our status. And I think borrowing a number, even though it's the school we're working for, I don't know the details or fine print or laws, but I think there's a super fine line, and I think that it's,
Well,
I'm nervous for us, that's all.
We're rolling over a profit year over year, and we're not
So, well,
in a profit status at all right
we
now.
don't get in trouble.
Right. Well, there's nothing for us to get in trouble with because we don't have status.
But we're
Headphones? Yeah.
borrowing.
Right.
I have the tax ID, I have the card ready to go. I just haven't had a chance to, I've looked at different prices of different headphones, but I haven't pulled the trigger because I haven't found the right price.
You can just thank them.
I would like to pass this around. This is something that really isn't anything except for just an information item. This is a card that's going to go home with families with a little flyer that says anytime you order this meal deal from any of the 2 close roundtables, $1 goes back to the school. So
That's what you were telling me.
Just don't go online to order from Roundtable, let me tell you.
I won't put that in the flyer, but still, that's good to know.
No, I'm serious.
I get it.
I ordered online,
Bad idea.
and one night, we waited 2.5 hours for pizza.
Hopefully you
And
got it for
I
free.
called and called and called and called and called. I was like,
So I
hello.
said we should always order from plastic.
So that's the extent that I have to share. I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that green
Thank you.
card coming through.
Yeah, your wife getting that.
That was my wife. Thank you, Julie.
Take her.
What
Notice how we talk about who's helping with Friday night, with the people sign up to help for.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
And Maria Philemon said that she would be able to help. And I'm putting and I was waiting for tonight to see what's going on tonight. And then I'll put an email out on all the volunteer, people who signed up for volunteering for the year, as well as post it on Facebook. And that's what we get.
Is Mr. Wilkie, are you putting a phone thing out to?
Oh, yes, on Thursday.
I have it.
He has it scheduled with the phone.
Yeah.
On Thursday.
Yep, I put it
Maybe you
in.
can say we need help.
Well, I've already made it. But if I make another one, I can put that in there. Yeah. There's supposedly an international Buddy the Elf answer the phone day. You're supposed to answer the phone, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? So, you're supposed to, I don't know, it should be. There's really an international Buddy answer the phone like Buddy the Elf day. This is really good PTC time, right? But you know the movie, he answers the phone, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? And so,
It's an international day?
yes, look it up.
When is
It's
it?
there. I don't know. I can find out.
Yeah, let's look up. Google it. International Buddy the Elf Day.
Any other new business? Okay, announcements. Family movie nights on Friday, 6:30 to 8:30. Doors open at 6. Family Circuit Assembly is December 11th. The first circuit's going to be December 15th. Next general meeting will be January 7th. And wish you all happy holidays. Thank you for coming tonight. And we'll see you in January.
And by the way, it's December 18th. You looked it up.
I got it.
It's true.
December 18th. Okay.
And so, thank you
I'm gonna
again.
answer my phone like that.
And the meeting will be adjourned at 6.
And they're gonna go, huh? Who did I call?
Thank
Did
you
I
for being,
get the wrong
thank you so
number?
much.
Green.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. We need you to send these letters.
You gave them to me.
Thank you.
Okay.